Iraq sees a major shift in power dynamics as Baghdad squeezes parliamentary seats previously allocated to the autonomous Kurdistan region, and the region's oil revenue has also been ordered for handover to the federal government. Turkey's new judicial reform package, including revised sentencing guidelines, faces criticism for potentially affecting judicial independence and individual rights in the country. Journalist organisations in Turkey have called on international bodies to demand the release of award-winning Kurdish journalist Dicle Muftoglu, held in pre-trial detention since World Press Freedom Day in May of last year. In other news, the final appeal made by WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange against extradition to the US has concluded in London, with a decision expected by the 5th of March. Learn more with Media News. Iraq's top court has reduced the number of parliamentary seats allocated to the Kurdistan region of Iraq and ordered the handover of all oil and non-oil revenues to the federal government as part of sweeping reforms set to challenge the region's dominant political actors. Iraq's federal court on Wednesday delivered its verdict on several crucial cases that have long been points of contention between Baghdad and the Kurdistan region. The court ruled that the allocation of 11 minority quota seats in Kurdistan region's election law was unconstitutional and abolished them, reducing the number of seats in the Kurdistan region parliament from 111 to 100. The court also mandated that the Iraqi federal government directly pay the salaries of public sector employees in the Kurdistan region, bypassing the Kurdistan regional government. The case was based on a complaint lodged by employees who launched protests in the autonomous region due to months of non-payment of salaries. In its verdict, the court also mandated that the Kurdish administration hand over all oil and non-oil revenues to the federal government. Legal experts interpret the rulings as a significant shift, potentially challenging the Kurdistan Parliament's authority and the power of the Barzani family-dominated Kurdistan Democratic Party. Turkey's 8th judicial package faces scrutiny as it reintroduces controversial penalties for individuals accused of committing crimes on behalf of organisations for which they hold no membership, igniting a debate over potential infringements on judicial independence and individual rights. The comprehensive set of legal reforms was approved by the Justice Committee of the Turkish Grand National Assembly on Wednesday, and the proposed changes are set to take effect from the 1st of June 2024, stirring significant discussion about implications on the legal system. Among the notable reforms is the establishment of a compensation commission within the Justice Ministry, intended to become a permanent fixture with extensive authority. Additionally, the package introduces regulations for fugitive defendants, preventing their sentencing to imprisonment without prior interrogation, potentially leading to statute limitations in critical cases. Critics raised concern over the adherence of the package to constitutional principles. The reclassification of crimes committed on behalf of organisations without being members, previously annulled, has been condemned due to the ambiguous nature of acting on behalf of an organisation and may lead to disproportionate sentencing. 6 journalist organisations in Turkey have called upon international bodies to demand the release of award-winning Kurdish journalist Dicle Muftoglu, who has been in pre-trial detention since her arrest on the 3rd of May 2023. The campaign is spearheaded by the Contemporary Journalists Association, alongside other media organisations, and supported by detailed reports highlighting the baseless nature of the charges against Muftoglu. Known for her significant contributions to journalism, Muftoglu earned her Most Resilient Journalist Award by the Free Press Unlimited as the co-chair of the Dicle Firat Journalists Association and an editor for Mesopotamia Agency. The date she was sent to prison was also World Press Freedom Day. A review of the 43-page indictment reveals no specific accusations against her, despite clear evidence during her 2 court hearings showing that her activities were solely related to journalistic work. Muftoglu has not been granted bail. The campaign emphasises that the journalist's detention represents a severe assault not only on her rights but also on the principles of press freedom and democracy, underscoring a broader issue of repression faced by Kurdish journalists in Turkey. The final appeal of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange against extradition to the United States has been heard in London. The hearing ended on Wednesday, but the High Court is not expected to rule until the 5th of March at the earliest. Assange, who's been fighting a decade-long battle against extradition, is charged in the US with leaking classified documents on US military and diplomatic activities, particularly regards Iraq and Afghanistan. If his case is rejected, the WikiLeaks founder plans to take the case to the European Court of Human Rights in an attempt to have the extradition suspended. However, there are fears that the UK could expedite his transfer out of the jurisdiction of the European Court before an injunction could be issued. The case against Assange in the US, where he faces up to 175 years in prison, has become emblematic of the ongoing debate over press freedom and the rights of publishers and whistleblowers.